The Emil one is a fantastic tech tree heavy tank. In fact, it's still one of the top performing tier 8s in the game. However, while I do think the Emil one is extremely strong, I find the Emil 1951 to just be a much more exciting version of it. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Emil 1951 as it's available for actually quite a cheap price tag. I think this is the cheapest it's been sold for yet at 8,500 gold. It's always interesting to see how some of these extremely powerful tanks that Wargaming releases, like the Progetto 46, obviously the Emil 1951, and for example, the Skoda T56 is currently, in my opinion, one of the best tier 8s in the game. And a year from now, this tank might only be 7,500 gold. It's just always interesting to see how some of these really rare vehicles just become extremely cheap throughout the years. So the Emil 1951 is definitely a tank that for 8,500 gold is a pretty decent deal. Now, if you don't want to get your hands on it or you don't have the gold to, as I said, it's not really the end of the world because the Emil one is still a fantastic vehicle, and for all regards, you can actually do a lot better in this tank in hull-down situations, judging that your turret has more armor. So what are the advantages the Emil 1951 has? Well, it's all down to mobility, and actually a little bit on the gun as well. So the Emil 1951 can go 40, which is a bit faster than the Emil, so that's nice. It's got a better power-to-weight ratio. It can reach its top speed a lot better. But the other really enjoyable part about this tank is the gun. The standard pen on the Emil 1951 is almost the same as the premium pen on the Emil one. 241 on the standard and 284 on the premium. And what that means is you can basically butter through really anything that comes in front of you. That's great. Being able to negate armor is a fantastic advantage for any tier 8 because, yeah, who wants to fight a tier 9 heavy and not be able to penetrate it? So that is a really nice thing that the Emil 1951 has going for it, where I can definitely say the Emil 1 does struggle to penetrate some tier 8s, maybe like Tiger 2s frontally, so it does have its moments, but let's see what we can do in this battle. The enemy team has 3 heavies, 2 tank destroyers, and 2 mediums. They get an LTTB and a RU-251, and then they got a Borsig, an SU-101, and interestingly, you'll notice my team is, I don't really know what they're doing right now. I'm hoping that my Carnarvon pushes over towards base B with me, because I need some sort of support. Obviously, in an autoloader like this, you get a long reload. It's about a 20-second clip reload. So once I dump this clip, I gotta have some sort of cover, and an Action 10 is a perfect tank to do that with its 2,700 DPM. So I'm gonna push in between the little crack here of B. I think this is a good spot, especially if a vehicle like this T-29 gets a little overconfident. We can get 1 shell into his tank and 2 shells into his tank, and there you go. That's a pretty beefy chunk of damage we just dumped into that T-29. And now we just reload. And this is why autoloaders are great. Is because obviously you can store all of that damage so that you can get 620 into a vehicle like that T-29 before they can even react. So what heaviers are we going to have to fight? A 252 and an Emil 1951. Okay. Well, there is the Emil already. Let's load some premium ammo. And this is where you're going to see the pen on this tank is very nice. Enough to butter straight through an Emil 1951 turret. So there's 2 pens, and yeah, it looks like he doesn't want to trade anymore with my tank. To be honest, I don't blame him. You can notice, though, that the Emil 1951's turret is not impervious. If you have enough heat, or premium pen in general, you will go straight through the turret, as I did just do, even when it's fully hull down. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is the tank's not invulnerable. It definitely has its weak spots. Alright, let's see. We got the Borsig off to the side. There's a 252. There's a 1 shell into his vehicle. There's 2 shells into his tank. And let's reload that third. Nice! That's 900 we just clipped off that 252. And that's half of his health gone. Literally half of a full health tier 8 we just completely took away. Now, the thing we still got to be worried about is the enemy team, because, I mean, the RU is half health, and they got a lot of full health vehicles over here, but I do want to push over to the side to hopefully finish off maybe this T-29. There you go, there's 1 finishing shell, and then maybe as well we can push over towards, like, this RU. There's 1 shell into the RU, and, well, we can't finish. Oh, wait, yes we can! Ha ha ha! Nice, okay. We're able to finish off the RU-251, and now we just start reloading the clip again. This is a pretty good battle. You can see just where the gun on this tank is great. Now, in this situation, I think the Emil 1 could have done about everything we did here, except to pen the Emil 1951's turret. That's really the only thing it definitely would have struggled to do, but not the end of the world. Let's just aim it on the SU-101. There's one penetration, and the WZ-111 finishes him off. So, all that's left is the Object 252. That's it, so this will be a pretty easy dub. Let's make our way over this hill. Maybe we can get a shell out before the WZ does. I doubt it, but we'll try. Come on. No. Oh well. Still a pretty good battle, and yeah, that was a pretty solid battle of the showcase. Really, all you'd need to know about this autoloader. It's mobile enough to get into a frontline position. It's got great reverse speed, so you can get out of that position if you need to. And if you have to reposition, it's got good armor, at least frontally, that it'll work pretty well in almost any situation. So that was a 3,100 damage battle, and we were able to do our job. So let's do one more battle, see if the Emil 1951 can keep up with the pace, or I guess not. Alright, here we are in our second battle on Faust. It's actually kind of interesting for me to see that Wargaming is putting a lot of decent bundles in the store. Like, there's obviously tanks like the 26A version 4 that are ridiculoly expensive, and if you want to get your hands on them, good luck, because, yeah, the 26A version 4, probably like $200 to get your hands on it on average. But, yeah, you know, I'm going to go this way. Judging that my team's going this way, I don't really have a choice. But, yeah, the Emil 1951's a good deal. The Chrysler K is a great deal, as I said the other day. The K91's not too expensive either. I think it's around 10,000 gold. There's just a lot of tanks recently that Wargaming sold for not too expensive of a price tag, which is surprising to me. But let's see, is there anybody over at base D? It doesn't seem like it. The Emil 1951's a decently fast tank, but it's not, you know, incredibly fast. So if I don't spot anybody towards base D, I can basically guess that there's no tanks at base D. There's the WZ-112-2, and we're just going to push up and try and pen him. Here we go. He jumped off, and come on. There's one pen into his tank, and two. I was hoping that would be a second pen, but it's all good because we can just pen his third shot into his tank. That was kind of bad English there, but I think you understood what I meant. We got 2 shots into his vehicle, dealt 600 damage, not bad. And again, we just reload. We just chill here, hold down. We are up on base capture, which is nice. And as long as my team doesn't bleed, we should be fine. Now, they got like a 45 TP in front who doesn't really pose much of a threat to me, I'm gonna be real. I don't think he can even pen me if he loaded premium, so I'm just gonna chill here, look for tanks like the Emil 1951 that could come off to my side. That's really the only thing I'm a little cautious about right now. Oh, and there went a T-25AT off of my team. Well, that sucks. Let's push up. Let's see if we can maybe get some shells into the 45 TP while my team's doing whatever the heck they're doing. So, Ooh, there's a T-28. All right, this will be a pretty beefy clip. Speed, 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 speed. Come on, T-28, play with me. There's a 1 shell into his vehicle. There is 2. And obviously, let's try and get that 3rd shell out as well. Nice, okay. That's pretty decent. I mean, we were just able to take off about all of that T-28's hit points. And by the amount of time it would take him to get to me, we should just be able to reload this clip once again. So here we go. Oh, I don't want to be shot by that 45 TP, though. I'm just going to pretend like I have a clip at this point, and this T-28's probably going to freak out. So here we go, and oh, there you go, nice. Okay, T-28 is cleared. The bad news is we're also being shot at by the Yo, so we just lost 700 hit points. That kind of sucks, but oh well, not much I can really do about that. We are guarded right now, which is good, so I'm going to continue pushing over here on the 45 TP, and we're going to see if I can get some damage out on his tank. Hello? Oh, there he is. There's 1 shell. Can we HE him in the rear? Unfortunately not, but that's 2 shells and a fire. Come on, clear him with the fire, please. Come on. Ooh, it's close. I'm just going to try and ram him because we don't have another shell, but hopefully a ram will do 27 damage. If not, then rip. No, it did nothing. Yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind about a vehicle like the Emil 1951 is it's very light, like really, really light. So you got to be extremely careful about ramming opponents. And as well, like penetration, it's really good. But if you got a damage gunner, then yeah, your pen's probably not going to be great. So there's another bounce, but yeah, there you go. At least we penned 1 shell. We're up to 2,800 damage now, and our team actually seems like they did an okay job. We got about 15 seconds left before we get our gunner fixed, and about 15 seconds left before we got our clip reloaded. So we should be fine either way in this situation. I'm just going to push up, and we're going to see if we can get some shells in. So, speed, go, go, go. Right now it is a 3 versus 3, but we still got a lot of hit points left, so I'm honestly really not too worried unless that happens. Let's try that again. There you go, a nice pen. This guy's dead, and then we can just push over to this Progetto. I still have enough average damage to finish him off, and there you have it. This is a pretty good battle. This is just the Emil 1951, though. It's just got so much more mobility, which in reality means a lot more flexibility than the Emil one. Also, apparently I'm being called pay to win by somebody driving a Progetto 46. Usually, I try to use my brain when I make an argument against somebody, but yeah, I think that guy left that back at home. Alright, let's finish off the yo. Boop! Oh, I missed fire button. There you go. Alright, not bad. Not bad at all. So, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Emil 1951. 2 battles, 2 3,000 damage games, and really all you need to ever know about this tank. I really like it. It's always been one of my strongest performing tier 8s in the game. I mean, I'm 87% in it for over 114 battles, which is pretty damn impressive. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you pick up this tank and you like it, let me know. If you don't pick it up, as I said, it's not the end of the world. The Emil 1 exists, and the Emil 1 is a fantastic tank as well. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!